Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
So, as per last class, I told about that today we will discuss about the Indian history. So, in Indian history is divided in three parts. So, there are first ancient Indian history, then the medieval period, medieval Indian history, and then the last part, the third part is the modern Indian history. So, today we will mainly look about the modern Indian history, modern. So the period modern Indian history start from after the Battle of Plassey. So after Battle of Plassey, so Battle of Plassey, or in Assamese we can say Palasi. So Palaciৰ battle যিখন তাৰে পিছৰ পৰা মডাৰ্ণ ইণ্ডিয়ান হিষ্ট্ৰীটো ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈছে. So Plassey, Palasi or Plassey, in present day Plassey is situated in Bengal, West Bengal, I think in Nadia district. So Plassey is situated in Bengal. So after Plassey, East India Company took over the India and the Bengal also. So from 1757, Battle of Plassey, to the independence of India, 1947, this period is known as the modern Indian history. So before modern Indian history, in medieval period, mostly the concept of India emerged at the time of medieval India, because that time Mughal ruled the India. Mughal ruled the India. So the first Mughal king was, who was the first Mughal king? It was Babur.
Babar. Babar.
Yes, Babur. Then
Babur.
then Humayun, then Akbar, then Jahangir, then Shah Jahan.
Akbar,
Yes, then Aurangzeb, and then
Aurangzeb,
and mostly the first European country who came to India was the first European country was the Portuguese. Portuguese first came to India in
Portuguese.
I think 1498. I think 1498.
1498.
What? Yes.
1498.
Yes. Portuguese first come to India before Babur. So Portuguese come to India in 1498 for trading, for trade, mainly the spices. India is known for its spices. So Portuguese first came to India for trading of spices. So first they came to present day Kerala or Kozhikode. Kozhikode they came first. Then the British first time
sir,
came in India.
focus to good আছে নেকি?
Yes.
দেখাই পোৱা নাই।
কি কৈছা?
কেমেৰা ব্লাৰ হৈ আছে স্যাৰ, পিকচাৰটো ব্লাৰ হৈ আছে।
দেখা পোৱা নাই,
কোনো
sir,
দেখা
দেখা
পোৱা
পোৱা
নাই।
নাই।
কেমেৰাটো দেখা পোৱা নাই? পাইছানে দেখা? নাই।
নাই স্যাৰ, দেখা পাইছো, মানে ব্লাৰ হৈ
Blur
আছে
হৈছে।
স্যাৰ, বহুত ব্লাৰ।
Blur আছে চাগে।
হয়। স্যাৰ এতিয়াও ব্লাৰ হৈ আছে।
ঠিক আছে?
হয় স্যার।
এই দেখা পাইছে না ওয়ার্ডবোৰ ভালকে?
হয় স্যার, হয়, পাইছো।
Okay. So then the first British came to India in 1608. 1608 at the time of Jahangir. That time Jahangir ruled India. India in 1608, British first time came in India. So British also came for the trading of spices. Later they went on to expand their trading, and after 1757 Battle of Plassey, so British came as a East Indian Company. So East India Company is a company which came India for trading, and after 1757, East India Company directly start ruling the Indian subcontinent. So today we'll discuss from the Battle of Plassey to 1947 Indian independence. So the first question is so in first part we discuss about the East India Company and the early consolidation from 1757 to 1857. 1857 is the Sepoy Mutiny. Sepoy Mutiny took place in 1857, and after 1857, East India Company's reign ended from there, and mainly the British government directly started to rule India. British monarch, so the Queen directly start rule India from 1857 after Sepoy Mutiny. So this 100 years from 1757 to 1857 is ruled by the East India Company, a private British company ruled this 100 period India. So the first question, the Battle of Plassey was fought in the year 1757 between the British East India Company and Mir Qasim, Sirajuddaulah, Shahjaudullah, Shah Alam II. So the Battle of Plassey fought between
Sirajuddaulah.
Yes, correct answer.
Sirajuddaulah.
Yes, Sirajuddaulah.
Siraj.
Sirajuddaulah was the king at the time of Battle of Plassey. He was the Nawab of Bengal. He ruled the Bengal. So Sirajuddaulah and East India Company fought in the Battle of Plassey, and due to and Mir Qasim was his leader of the army. Then Mir Qasim betrayed him, Sirajuddaulah. So Sirajuddaulah lost the Battle of Plassey, and East India Company's reign started after that. So Sirajuddaulah is the correct answer. Sirajuddaulah, Nawab Sirajuddaulah, Bengal. Then who commanded the British forces in Battle of Plassey?
Robert Clive.
Yes, Robert Clive command the British forces in the Battle of Plassey. So after Battle of Plassey, the Battle of Buxar took place. The Battle of Buxar, 1764, established British paramountcy in Bengal. Who led this British army in Battle of Buxar? So in Battle of Buxar, Hector Munro led the British army. So after Battle of Buxar, East India Company completely took over the Bengal presidency. So present Bihar is also under Bengal presidency. Bengal, Bihar, and part of Orissa are under Bengal presidency. So after this Battle of Buxar, British completely took over the Bengal presidency. So the dual system of government in Bengal was established by. So dual system is like
Warren Hastings.
Yes, So dual system is established by Robert Clive. Robert Clive, because Robert Clive was the leader of the army that time, Battle of Plassey. So after Battle of Plassey, Bengal went in the hand of East India Company. So East India Company started ruling the Bengal, but there was autonomous power given to the that time Nawab. So this is the concept of dual government in Bengal. So Robert Clive established the dual government in Bengal. Then, which act designated the governor of Bengal as the Governor General of Bengal? Governor of Bengal. So, Pitt's India Act 1784, Charter Act 1813, Regulating Act 1773, Charter Act of 1833. So, Regulating Act started the Governor General of Bengal. So, from Regulating Act, Governor General of Bengal started rule Bengal. He was the Governor General is the main head of the presidency, Bengal presidency. So, after Regulating Act of 1773, Regulating Act of 1773. So, who was the first Governor General of Bengal?
Warren Hastings.
Yes, correct. Warren Hastings. Warren Hastings is the last Governor General of first Governor General, Warren Hastings. So after Regulating Act, the post of Governor General is created, and Warren Hastings become the first Governor General of Bengal. The permanent settlement of Bengal 1793 was introduced by options are Warren Hastings, Lord Cornwallis, John Shore, Lord Wellesley.
Cornwallis.
Yes, Lord Cornwallis.
Cornwallis.
So this is the settlement. Settlement means the complete took over like Bihar, then Bengal and Odisha. So the system of subsidiary alliance was largely implemented and perfected by Lord Dalhousie, Lord Wellesley, Lord Hastings, Lord Cornwallis. So subsidiary alliance is like if any ruler that time want a help from the East Indian Company, so the East India Company will sign a treaty to protect them with the help of military. So East India Company will provide military help to protect their region. So if any ruler want to protect their region from another, they can took help, and East India Company will sign that treaty to help with military. So this was the subsidiary alliance, and the system of subsidiary alliance was implemented and perfected by Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley. So which was the first Indian state to accept subsidiary alliance? तो ये जो मतलब ये ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी gave its military support with a signing of a treaty. If any ruler from a particular region want to protect their region, so which was the first Indian state accept subsidiary alliance? Subsidiary alliance?
Mysore, Niki sir.
No, it was Hyderabad. Hyderabad was the first. So if any state accept this subsidiary alliance, their military autonomy will end. Their military autonomy will end, and British means British East India Company will indirectly rule the state. So as per this treaty, British East India Company will indirectly rule, and the military autonomy will end. Military autonomy of the particular state will end, and British East India Company will indirectly rule the state. So first Indian state to accept the subsidiary alliance was Hyderabad. In that time, Hyderabad Nawab make a treaty with British East India Company. So as per the treaty, British East India Company will protect the Hyderabad, but they will lose the own military autonomy. So this is important question. This question may. So this question may come. So this is the doctrine of lapse was devised by. So doctrine of lapse. Who start this process? Doctrine of lapse. Options are Lord Canning, Lord Dalhousie, Lord Ripon, Lord Lytton. So first, what is doctrine of lapse? So doctrine of lapse is if in a state, if king dies, and if king directly no heir, if the king directly have no heir, and if they want to make their adopted son or daughter the king, then this doctrine of, with the help of doctrine of lapse, this could not take place, because to become a heir after a death of a king in a particular state, his or her own biological son or daughter must be the legal heir. So if any adopted, earlier if the king does not have any biological son, then he adopt to make legal heir of the certain king. So as per doctrine of lapse, डॉक्टर ऑफ कोई अगर किसी का मतलब खुद का बेटा या बेटी नहीं होने से वो राजा नहीं बन सकता था. दिस डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स was introduced by British East India Company to annex certain state in their company ruled.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, doctrine of lapse to only male hire hoy, not female hire.
কি কৈছা?
যোনটো son and daughter মানে inherit কৰে property to, it is only focus on son.
Biological হ'ব লাগিব মানে কিছুমান কিং
অকল son.
Yes,
অকল male hire.
Sorry ডটা নহয় অকল son মানে হেতু সময়ত ৰজাবোৰে যেতিয়া নিজৰ লৰা নাথাকিলে এডপ্ট কৰি লৰাক কাৰণ লিগেল হেয়াৰ বনোৱাৰ কাৰণে যাতে নেক্সট তেওঁৰ মৃত্যুৰ পিছত যাতে তেওঁৰ কিং হ'ব পাৰে হেতু কাৰণে. কিন্তু as per this doctrine of lapse, if the son is not biological and adopted, then he could not become king after the death of a ruler of the particular state. So this doctrine of lapse was introduced to East India Company. Doctrine of lapse is introduced by East India Company for annexation policy, to annex more and more states in their Indian rule. So Lord Dalhousie introduced this doctrine of lapse. So which of the following states was annexed under the doctrine of lapse? Jhansi, Chatra, Nagpur, all of the above.
Jhansi to hoy baki duta nazano de.
Jhansi is most famous, Jhansi, because at that time the Nawab doesn't have any child. His daughter Rani Lakshmi Bai fought with against the British East India Company. So Jhansi, also Satara, also Nagpur. So the correct answer is all of the above. So this is East India Company's annexation policy, to annex more and more states under their rule. So Doctrine of lapse. This question might come. This is important. Doctrine of lapse. So the first railway line in India was laid in 1853 between. This is also important. First railway line in India was laid in 1853 between Calcutta to Raniganj, Bombay to Thane, Madras to Arcot, then Delhi to Agra.
Bombay to Thane.
Yes, Mumbai to Thane to import and export the cotton. In this time, British want to export the cotton from India. So the first railway line started from Bombay to Thane in 1853. So, who introduced the English education system in India? Options are Lord Macaulay, then Lord William Bentinck, then Charles Wood, then both A and B.
Both A and B.
What?
Macaulay.
Both A and B.
Yes, both A and
Option
B.
number C.
Because this is Bentinck. So, Lord William Bentinck was that time Governor General. Lord William Bentinck passed the resolution based on the Macaulay's Minute of 1835. So Macaulay Minute is the main pioneer of Indian education system. So the present Indian education system also started from the Macaulay Minutes of 1835. Macaulay Minutes. So and Lord Macaulay also famous for what Lord Macaulay is famous for. In law also Lord Macaulay is very famous.
IPC.
Yes, penal code. He read the penal code. Penal code. He is the origin of the Indian penal code. So Indian penal code was written by Lord Macaulay. And also Lord Macaulay's Minutes is the pioneer in Indian education system. And that time the Governor General Lord William Bentinck passed the resolution based in the Macaulay Minute in 1835. So English education system started introduced by both Lord Macaulay and Lord William Bentinck. So the practice of sati was abolished in 1829 by
William Bentinck.
Yes. Who? Lord William Bentinck. So Lord William Bentinck is very famous. He does various welfare things, social welfare things in his reign. So Lord William Bentinck also started the first English education system. Also he ended the practice of sati. Who was the founder of Brahmo Samaj?
Raja Ram Mohan Roy.
Yes,
Raja Ram Mohan Roy.
Yes, exactly correct answer. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the founder of Brahmo Samaj. Then, in this part, we will discuss about the revolt of 1857 or Sepoy Mutiny and its aftermath. मतलब उसके बाद क्या क्या हुआ है due to the revolt of 1857. The revolt of 1857 started from which place?
Meerut.
Delhi.
No.
Meerut.
No, Mirat. Mirat is the correct answer. Mirat. So Mirat, from a battalion in Mirat. So due to the use of cows in Curtis of a
Enfield rifle.
Yes. Who was the Governor General of India during the revolt of 1857? So it is Lord Canning. Lord Canning was the Governor General at the time of Sepoy Mutiny or 1857. Who led the revolt 1857 in Kanpur?
Kaur Singh.
It is Nana Sahib. Nana Sahib led the revolt of 1857 in Kanpur. So the famous personality from the revolt of 1857 was mainly the Mangal Pandey. Mangal Pandey. The Mughal emperor during the revolt of 1857 was
Bahadur Shah Zafar.
yes, Bahadur Shah Zafar. Also, he was the last Mughal king because after this British queen British monarchy completely took over the India. So completely took over the India after revolt of 1857, and Bahadur Shah Zafar was exiled to Rangoon. So presently Rangoon situated in Myanmar. Exiled to Bahadur Shah Zafar was exiled to Rangoon, and in Rangoon jail, I think in 1870s something, Bahadur Shah Zafar died in Rangoon jail. So which act transferred the power to rule India from the East India Company to British Crown? So earlier a private company ruled India, then after Sepoy Mutiny, British Crown completely took over. So which act? Charter Act of
1858.
Charter.
So it is Government of India.
Government of India Act,
1858. Government of India Act 1857. Who became the first Viceroy of India? First Viceroy?
Lord Canning.
Lord Canning.
Yes, Lord Canning. Lord Canning, because Lord Canning was the last Governor General. So he is the main representative of British Crown. So he is the main representative of British Queen. So he directly ruled in India. Lord Canning. Then we will discuss some socio-religious reform and early nationalism. So the idea of independence movement, from where it started, and socio-religious reform. Who founded the Arya Samaj?
Dayanand Saraswati.
Dayanand Saraswati. So, go back to the Vedas was the motto of Arya Samaj. Go back to the Vedas was the motto of Arya Samaj. Who established the Ramakrishna Mission?
Swami
Vivekananda. So, who is known as the father of local self-government in India? Last class we also discussed about this.
Ripon.
Yes, Lord Ripon. So in 1882, Lord Ripon started the idea of self-government. So self-government means autonomous government in India. So this idea was later in, I think, 1992. This 11th schedule and 12th schedule as per Indian Constitution started the panchayat and municipalities in India in 1992. So he was called as the father of local self-government. The Vernacular Press Act 1788 was passed by Lord Lytton. Yes, Vernacular Press. So the Indian National Congress was founded in the year
1885.
1885.
So Indian National Congress was founded in the year 1885. Then who was the founder of Indian National Congress?
W.C. Banerjee.
Option B. Option B.
So it
So
is
W.C. Banerjee
option
president
B.
aছিলে নে founder aছিলে?
No.
He was the
Dadabhai
president. I think
Naoroji was the
option
first
B.
Naoroji?
president. So Dadabhai Naoroji was the first president, but the founder was a foreigner from Britain. So Alan Octavian Hume was the founder of Indian National Congress. He was also known as the father of the ornithology. So ornithology is the one of the part of zoology where scientific study of bird took place. Ornithology. So ornithology, the father of ornithology, before he founded this Indian National Congress, he was known as the father of ornithology. So ornithology is a scientific study of birds. Choraiৰ উদ্যান, A.O. Hume or Alan Octavian Hume. Then who was the first president of Indian National Congress?
Banerjee.
Yes,
Siban.
Umen Chandra Banerjee. Yes, W.C. Banerjee was the first president of Indian National Congress. So who was the present president of Indian National Congress? The present Mallikarjun Kharge is the present president of Indian National Congress. Who was the Viceroy of India when Indian National Congress was formed? It is Lord Dufferin. So then after Lord Dufferin, who is known as the Grand Old Man of India?
Tilak.
Dadabhai Naoroji?
Dadabhai Naoroji.
No. It is
Tilak.
Tilak, Gangadhar Tilak Gokhale came later. So the first, it is Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji is the Grand Old Man of India. Why he is Grand Old Man of India? So he was the first known person who pioneering this Indian independence movement. Earlier armory battle took place, uprising happened, but the first diplomatic meaning of independence started by the Dadabhai Naoroji. He also the first Indian to elected to the British Parliament. First person to elect in British Parliament. That's why. So after Naoroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Bal Gangadhar Tilak come, then later Mahatma Gandhi come, Jawaharlal Nehru, but the idea pioneered by Dadabhai Naoroji, the independence of India. So he was known as the Grand Old Man of India. The drain of wealth theory was propounded by
Naoroji.
This is also Naoroji, Dadabhai Naoroji. So, in last part, we discuss about the idea of independence movement. Which just started. Then this comes the extremist phase and the mass movement. So this started from 1905 to 1919. So 1919, the starting of non-cooperation movement. So Asahयोग Andolon, jitu asil 1919 it started non-cooperation, and partition of Bengal took place in 1905. So this is the extremist phase. So the first question here from the partition of Bengal was announced in 1905 by
Curzon.
Yes, Lord Curzon. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 1905. 19 Very famous. This is a very important question. Lord Curzon, the partition of Bengal took place in 1905. So, Lord Curzon. So after this, Bengal was divided. Then British, then Bengal divided, and Bengal, Assam was in Assam and Bengal become same presidency, and Bihar and Orissa become a new state after this, after partition of Bengal. Lord Curzon, the Swadeshi movement was launched as a direct response to
Partition of Bengal.
Yes, partition of Bengal. So Bengal, in partition of Bengal, the part of Assam was also merged with Bengal, and it was known as Bengal Presidency. After this, Bengal and Bihar and Orissa together become a new states ruled under British. Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. This slogan was coined by
Tilak.
Yes.
Lala Lajpat Rai.
Yes. Bal Gangadhar
Tilak.
Tilak. Swaraj is my birthright. Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The split between the moderate and extremist in Indian National Congress took place at which session? Moderate and extremist.
Surat.
Yes, Surat session. This is very important
Surat.
session. Earlier, Indian National Congress is known as the elite club of a British elite club of Indian people, who worked under British. After this, Indian National Congress started the Indian independence movement. Directly took part in Indian independence movement after Surat session. The All India Muslim League was founded in 1906 at
Dhaka.
Yes,
Dhaka,
Dhaka.
Dhaka.
So partition of Bengal is also important because this partition of Bengal divide this Hindu and Muslim at the basis of religion. At the basis of religion, the part of Bengal is decided. So after this, the All India Muslim League was started. All India Muslim League was started in 1906 at Dhaka. So the Morley-Minto reform of 1909 are famous for introducing Morley-Minto.
Separate electorates.
What?
Separate electorates
Yes,
for
separate
Muslim.
electorates for Muslim. So the idea behind Bengal of partition of Bengal is to divide the area on the basis of religion, Hindu and Muslim. So, and the Morley-Minto reforms also introduce this idea of separate electorates for Muslim. The capital of British India was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi in the year
1911.
Yes, 1911. This is famous. So the capital was shifted from Calcutta to New Delhi in 1911. Also, New Delhi is present capital of India. Earlier, Calcutta was the capital of India. It first in British Crown. Then, due to the Bengal partition and various uprising of Indian independence movement, British shifted its capital from Calcutta to Delhi. And who was the architect behind this new capital of New Delhi? Architect who designed this new capital? So in present days, President Rashtrapati Bhavan, then Sewatirth, PM's residence and parliament, earlier parliament. Now the new parliament is shifted. Indian parliament is shifted to new parliament in, I think, 2024. Before the old parliament, these all are designed by, or the architect behind this is known as, who was? So it was Edward Lutyens. Edward Lutyens. Edward Lutyens. That why it is known as the Lutyens Delhi. Lutyens Delhi. Lutyens Delhi. So Edward Lutyens was the architect and the designer behind the capital, new capital in Delhi. When the capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi, Edward Lutyens was the architect. The Ghadar Party was established in San Francisco by?
Savarkar niki?
No. Ghadar Party. Savarkar is behind Hindu Mahasabha later. But Lala Hardayal was the founder of Ghadar Party. Lala Hardayal. The Home Rule League. What is Home Rule League? So the idea Home Rule League came from Ireland. So Ireland was earlier under Britain, under British. So but they fought for their autonomy. Then the autonomous status is given to Ireland. So then this also Home Rule League started in India. So who started this idea for autonomy? The demand of autonomy is the Home Rule League. Meaning of Home Rule League is the demand of autonomy. Autonomous status should be given to the Indians also that time. So who started this Home Rule League movement?
Tilak Basant.
Yes. Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Annie Besant. So Annie Besant was the Irish woman who was also fought in the Home Rule League movement of Irish Home Rule League movement. So later the idea transformed to India, and Bal Gangadhar Tilak and both Annie Besant started this Home Rule League movement. Later Annie Besant became the first woman. What she became? The first woman president of?
The female president of Indian National Congress asil niki?
Yes. She was later become the first female or woman president of Indian National Congress. The Lucknow Pact 1916 was an agreement between
INC
Option
and
C.
yes, INC
C.
and Muslim League. INC and Muslim League. मतलब इसमें ये था, अभी अपनों के बीच झगड़ने से नहीं होगा, हमें पहले ऑटोनोमस स्टेटस चाहिए, उसके लिए मतलब ये लखनऊ पैक्ट में ये डिसाइड हुआ था, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस एंड मुस्लिम लीग. Then Gandhi came to India. So the Gandhians era started from 1915 and it ends with the independence in 1947. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa in the year
1915.
yes, 1915 exactly. So before this, what Mahatma Gandhi did in South Africa? What was his profession in South Africa?
he was an attorney.
Yes, he was he practiced in South Africa. So he was advocate, litigation. He did litigation in South Africa. But in 1915, he returned to India. Gandhi's first satyagraha in India was launched at
Champaran.
yes, Samparan. Samparan was the first place where this first satyagraha started. Where is it? Samparan?
Bihar.
Yes, Bihar. It is famous for meat also. Samparan meat, we all heard. So Gandhi first started Satyagraha from Samparan. So the Rowlatt Act of 1919 was also known as
Sedition Act.
no, the Black Act.
Black Act.
So difference between sedition and Rowlatt Act is, what is Rowlatt Act?
Anyone who is suspected মানে এগেইনষ্টত যদি কিবা গভৰ্ণমেণ্টত কৰিব যায় বা এনেকুৱা এটা দেখে তো সিহঁতক লৈ গৈ যায় উইদাউট এনি ৱাৰেণ্ট অৰ সামথিং
Yes. So it is allowed the Rowlatt Act allowed the colonial government to arrest Indian on mere suspicion of terrorism and detain them for up to 2 years without trial. So without trial, without 2 years without trial, and the colonial government can detain anyone in suspicion of terrorism. With suspicion of terrorism, they can detain anyone, any Indians, and can detain up to 2 years without trial. So these are the present form of like earlier Misa Act at the time of independence, then presently UAPA, TADA, Mokoka. These are the present form of Rowlatt Act. But in this, in present days, this act doesn't give this liberty that you can detain anybody without trial. But Rowlatt Act have this distinction that they can detain them up to 2 years without trial. So Rowlatt Act is the Black Act, also known as the Black Act. Ola ain asile ekhon. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place on
April 13.
13 April 1919.
so here not 14 April at option nai yat.
A.
Yes,
13
13
also,
April.
sir. 13 April.
13 April was Baisakhi amar kane yat bihu hoy kini moi. So Baisakhi, that day was Baisakhi, April 13, 1919. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place. Who renounced his knighthood in protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre?
Mahatma Gandhi Niki.
Rabindranath.
Mahatma Gandhi was not
Mahatma
knighted.
Gandhi.
Who? So it was
Rabindranath Tagore.
yes, Rabindranath Tagore. So Rabindranath Tagore was also the first Indian who owned Nobel. Due to these Nobel awards, and he is very famous for literature, he was knighted by the crown, by Queen, on New Year's Eve. In every year, in New Year Eve, knighthood is given. In presently till now, it is given in the New Year's Eve knighthood. So Rabindranath Tagore was knighted. So then he renounced his knighthood in the protest of Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Rabindranath Tagore. So Rabindranath Tagore also the writer of So Rabindranath Tagore write the Indian national anthem also. Indian national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. The Khilafat movement was organized to protest against the injustice done to
Turkey.
Yes, Turkey. That time Turkey was known as the Ottoman Empire. So the main leader of the Ottoman Empire was, the spiritual leader was the Caliph. And after Caliph. So after the First World War, Caliph was detained. So the Khilafat movement was organized to protest against the injustice done to the Turkish Caliph. The non-cooperation movement was launched by Mahatma Gandhi in Ahojog Andolan.
1920.
1920.
Yes, 1920. Mahatma Gandhi called off the non-cooperation movement due to the
Chori Chora incident.
yes, Chori Chora. What happened in Chori Chora?
এটা ক্ৰাউড গৈ আছিলে এটা পুলিচ ষ্টেচন জ্বলাই দিলে ফায়াৰ হ'ল
Yes,
তো
whole police station was fired. So police station এখন জ্বলাই দিয়া হৈছিল গোটে তো তাৰে প্ৰতিবাদতে মহাত্মা গান্ধীয়ে নন কোঅপাৰেশ্যন মুভমেণ্টৰ শেষ হৈছিল বুলি কোৱা হৈছিল নন কোঅপাৰেশ্যন মুভমেণ্ট কল্ড অফ দ্য নন কোঅপাৰেশ্যন মুভমেণ্ট ডিউ টু দ্য চৌৰি চৌৰা ইনচিডেণ্ট Then the Swaraj Party was founded by Swaraj Party.
Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das.
Yes, Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das. Chittaranjan Das.
Chittaranjan Das.
Motilal Nehru was also the father of Jawaharlal Nehru. So the Simon Commission 1927 was boycotted by Indians because Simon Commission, Simon go back.
B
Yes,
there were no
there was
Indians.
no Indian members in the commission, Simon Commission. Who died as a result of injuries sustained during a lathi charge while protesting against the Simon Commission?
Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
No. Bal Gangadhar died in 2019
Rajpat Rai.
before non-cooperation movement.
Lala Lajpat Rai.
Yes, Lala Lajpat Rai. So Punjab Kesari, Lala Lajpat Rai died during the result of injuries sustained during the lathi charge in protest against Simon Commission. The demand for Purna Swaraj, complete independence, was adopted at which sessions of the INC, Indian National Congress?
1929.
Yes, 1929 Lahore session, and the date was also
26 November. 26 November.
Yes.
Net.
And why 26 November is also famous?
তাত ফ্ল্যাগ হোস্ট কৰিছিলে তেতিয়া ফাৰ্স্ট হেই জানাগানা মানা গাই পেলাই সবে ফ্ল্যাগ হোস্ট কৰিছিলে হেতু কাৰণে নেকি
No. You are in direction, but it is wrong. It is because Purna Swaraj, it is 26 November, and 26 November is later the first Indian Constitution was adopted and enacted in November 26. Mahatma Gandhi started the historic Dandi March on March 12, 1930 to break the
salt law.
Yes, salt law. So Mahatma Gandhi started the historic Dandi March on March 2 due to the break of salt law. The Dandi March marked the beginning of which movement?
Civil disobedience movement.
Yes, civil disobedience, Ainomanna Andolon, civil disobedience movement. So from Assam, the only one person from Assam took part in this Dandi March. The total 79 people went to the Dandi March. So only from one Assamese took part in Dandi March. Who was he? This is important question. Many times I think it came in prelims. The Assamese person who took part in Dandi March is Liladhar Borua. Liladhar Borua took part in Dandi March. Who is known as the Frontier Gandhi?
Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan.
Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Yeah. How many roundtable conferences were held in London? How many? So it is 3. Answer is
লিখা
given
আছে।
here 1930, 31, 32. Mahatma Gandhi participated in which roundtable conference?
Hard নেকি স্যার নাজানো।
Second.
First.
So in first, he started in the civil disobedience movement, and later when he was called for the second roundtable, the civil disobedience movement was called off. So he took part in second roundtable conference in London. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed in the year of
1932
what?
1932
So it's 1931. The communal award offering separate electorates for the depressed classes was announced by. So communal award, so separate electorates means the seat will be reserved. Was announced by. So it is Ramsay MacDonald. Ramsay MacDonald was then Prime Minister of Britain. Prime Minister of Britain that time, Ramsay MacDonald. So he started this communal award. The Pune Pact of 1932 was an agreement between Mahatma Gandhi and Pune Pact 1932.
B.R. Ambedkar.
Yes, B.R. Ambedkar. What is Pune Pact? What happened in Pune Pact? So B.R. Ambedkar was for this separate electorate for depressed class. So he told that as per the census of 1931, as per the caste census of 1931, as per the caste, that Dalits and scheduled class should have been granted this separate electorates, reserved for separate electorates. But Gandhi was against this because he doesn't want to divide between Hindu. He thought this will divide the Hindus on the basis of caste. So he was against this separate electorate for oppressed class. So both Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar signed this Pune Pact in 1932. The Government of India Act 1935 proposed to set up a Government of India Act 1935
All India Federation নেকি
Yes,
নাজানো
All
দেই
India
স্যার।
Federation. All India Federation. So the Government of India Act 1935 started this All India Federation. In which year did the Muslim League pass the Lahore Resolution demanding a separate state for Muslims? Which year? Lahore Resolution?
1940.
Yes, 1940. So before this, the idea of two separate nations were not anywhere mentioned. But first, this term Pakistan coined in the Lahore Resolution for separate Muslim state. So the August offer was proposed in 1940 by Viceroy Lord Lilintho. Yes, Lord Lilintho. So the Cripps mission came to India in the year
1945
No, it's 1942.
42.
Cripps mission.
1942.
Yes, Cripps mission. Cripps missions, then the cabinet mission. Which movement was launched following the failure of the Cripps mission?
Quit India movement
Yes, quit. The slogan "Do or Die" is associated with which movement? Quit India.
Quit India
Who from the forward bloc in 1939? Forward bloc. Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, C. Rajagopalachari.
C Raja Gopal Chari নি
No. C. Rajagopalachari was congressman that time. C. T. Rajagopalachari become the founder of Swatantra Party after the independence. I think in 1950s.
Subhash Chandra Bose niki?
Yes, Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose, after he went out from Congress, he founded or from this Forward Bloc Party. So, which is still active in some part of Bengal. All India Forward Bloc. So, Forward Bloc is formed by Subhash Chandra Bose. The Indian National Army, INA, was originally founded by
Subhash Chandra Bose,
Subhash
No,
Chandra
no, no.
Bose.
Captain Mohan Singh.
Yes, Captain Mohan Singh. Subhash Chandra Bose later took the reign of Indian National Army, took the leadership of Indian National Army later, but originally formed by the Mohan Singh. I think in 1922 or 24, I forgot the year. So, and Sanawaz Khan, Ras Bihari Bose are also the co-leader of the Indian National Army with Subhash Chandra Bose.
Sir, Captain Mohan Singh হেৰি আছিলে আপোনাৰ এই কমান্ডেন্ট আছিলে তাৰ 1945 লৈকে চাগে যিমান লাগে মনত আছে মোৰ
Yes, কিন্তু তেওঁ ফাউণ্ডাৰ আছিল, অৰিজিনেল ফাউণ্ডাৰ কেপি। তো শাহনৱাজ খানৰ এগেইনষ্টত যিটো ৰেড ফৰ্ট ট্ৰায়েল হৈছিল, ৰেড ফৰ্ট ট্ৰায়েল INAৰ এগেইনষ্টত, সেইটোতো দোষী আছিল শাহনৱাজ খান। যিটো INA মানে ইণ্ডিয়াৰ এগেইনষ্টত মানে ব্ৰিটিছ ক্ৰাউনৰ এগেইনষ্টত মানে জাপানৰ লগত যিটো মানে মিত্ৰতা কৰা বুলি যিটো ছেকেণ্ড ৱৰ্ল্ড ৱাৰৰ টাইমত হৈছিল, সেইটো কাৰণে যিটো ট্ৰায়েল হৈছিল, দ্য ফেমাছ ৰেড ফৰ্ট ট্ৰায়েল, শাহনৱাজ খান was one of the accused of the Red Fort trial. Give me blood and I shall give you freedom. Who said this?
Subhash Chandra
Yes,
Bose.
famous. So after the failure of Cripps mission, the cabinet mission plan arrived in India in
1946.
yes, in last class in Indian polity we also discuss about this 1946. So the main idea behind this cabinet mission is
to form two separate nations. Actually,
no,
সেইটো
no,
নাছিলে
Negotiate peaceful
main
transfer.
idea was last class we discussed in the first part cabinet mission.
Sir, to negotiate peaceful transfer of power.
Ki? So
So
it
to
was
negotiate
constituent assembly যিটো আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন মেকিঙৰ কাৰণে যিখন কনষ্টিটিউয়েণ্ট এছেম্বলি এখন গঠন কৰা কেবিনেট মিছনৰ প্ৰধান লক্ষ্য আছিল। কনষ্টিটিউয়েণ্ট এছেম্বলি 389 মেম্বাৰ্ছ ইন লাষ্ট ক্লাছ উই ডিছকাছ, বাট তোমালোকে অলপ জল্দি এইটো পাহৰি গৈছা। Who among the following was not a member of the cabinet mission? Lord Wavell was not the member of cabinet mission. Direct Action Day was called on August 16, 1947 by
Muslim League.
Yes, Muslim League. Ali Sahabardi in Bengal. Direct Action Day. The interim government formed in 1946 was headed by it is Mahatma Gandhi, Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lord Mountbatten.
Mountbatten
How can Lord Mountbatten headed the Indian interim government? He was the viceroy.
Jawaharlal Nehru.
Yes, Jawaharlal Nehru. Who was the British Prime Minister at the time of India's independence?
Winston Churchill.
No. At the time of independence, it was Clement Attlee. Before this, Churchill was the Prime Minister of Britain in the time of Second World War. But at the time of Indian independence, Clement Attlee was the Indian president. And Ramsay MacDonald at the time of second roundtable conferences took place. That time he was the Prime Minister of Britain. The Mountbatten Plan, which proposed the partition of India, was announced on
June 3,
June 3,
1947.
1947. The Indian Independence Act was passed by the British Parliament in
August 1947.
passed in
July,
yes, July
July.
1947.
July 1947.
Who was the first Governor General of independent India? First Governor General of independent India?
Lord Mountbatten.
Yes, Lord Mountbatten. Who was the first and the last Governor General of Free India? First and the last Indian Governor General. After this post was renamed or restructured as the President of India, President. So after India became Republic in 1950, this Governor General post was reconstructed as the President of India. So who was the last Indian Governor General of Free India?
Raja Gopalacharya.
Yes,
C.
Chakrabarti
Rajagopalachari.
Rajagopalachari. C. Rajagopalachari. So this is the last part. Key personalities, event and acts from this modern Indian history part. Who was known as the Iron Man of India?
Sardar
Sardar
Vallabhbhai
Vallabhbhai
Patel.
Patel.
Why he is known as the Iron Man of India? Because at the time of independence, the idea of India is nowhere sustained, as various princely states were there, ruled by their own king. But Patel united these all. I think the number is like 746 or something. I forgot present number of particular numbers of the princely state, but he unite these all princely state to make this union of India. That's why he is known as the Iron Man of India. The Kakori train rob took place in
1925.
yes. And who led this?
Bhagat Singh.
No.
মানে HSR আছিলে, HRA টিমটো আছিলে, তাত কোন আছিলে এতিয়া সেইটোৱে মনত নাই।
Bhagat Singh was not there at the time in this Kakori train. So it was Ramprasad Bismil and Asfaqulla Khan. Ramprasad Bismil and the Asfaqulla Khan. Later, they both executed by British. Bhagat Singh also executed. Sukhdev.
স্যার কিন্তু HRA মেম্বাৰখিনি আছিলে।
HNA member asil. Later, all of them from this HNA. So HNA member asil তেওঁলোক Ramprasad Bismil and Asfaqulla Khan. আৰু তাৰপিছত তেওঁলোকৰ লগত এই ভগত সিং আহিল, তাৰপিছত আৰু ভগত সিং, সুখদেৱ, ৰাজগুৰু এইবোৰ সকলো। ৰংদে বসন্তী মুভিখনটো চাইছা তোমালোকে?
তা 1930 মানত HSRA হৈছে নেকি, হিন্দুস্তান ছ'চিয়েলিষ্ট ৰিপাব্লিকান এছ'চিয়েশ্যন।
মানে যিটো HRA হেৰি এইটো যিটো পাৰ্টি আছিল সেইটো ভগত সিঙৰ মৃত্যুৰ পিছত তেতিয়াৰ পৰা পাৰ্টিটোৰ মানে হেৰি হৈছিল, মানে তেওঁলোকৰ কাম যিখিনি আছিল কমি গৈছিল পিছত। So, who found the Servants of Indian Society in 1905? Servant of Indian Society is founded by Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Who was the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi?
Gopal Krishna Gokhale.
Yes, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. The Chittagong Armory Raid or Chittagong Uprising of 1930 was led by Master Surya Sen. So this is the first known incident. After this, after the Sepoy Mutiny, where armed rebellion took place in Chittagong Armory Raid or known as the Chittagong Uprising. So Chittagong is presently in Bangladesh.
So এইটো
Who?
আনসাৰটো কি আছিলে?
Yes?
আনসাৰটো কি আছিলে? চিটাগং আৰ্মাৰী ৰেডৰ।
এইটো মাষ্টাৰ সূৰ্য সেন। এইটো সূৰ্য সেন যোন আছে, সূৰ্য সেন। এখন মুভি আছে ফেমাছ চিটাগং বুলি, এখন চাব পাৰা, তাতেও এই গোটেই ঘটনাটোৰ বিষয়ে আছে, দেখুওৱা হৈছে। I think 2012 মানৰ মুভি হয়। Who authored the book Poverty and Un-British Rule in India?
দাদাভাই এনাৰ্জি
Yes. Who published newspaper Kesari in Marathi and Maharashtra in English? Kesari in Marathi. From this, who is Marathi? This four. From this four.
তিলক নেকি
Yes,
জানো
Tilak.
বালগঙ্গাধর তিলক।
Yes, Tilak. Lala Rajpat Rai is from Punjab. He started the newspaper Punjab Kesari, and Kesari in Marathi is started by Balgangadhar Tilak. Lala Rajpat Rai is also the founder of Punjab National Bank. Punjab National Bank. Present day Punjab National Bank. So, which revolutionary threw a bomb in the Central Legislative Assembly in 1929?
ভগৎ সিং এন্ড বটকেশ্বর দত্ত
Yes, exactly. Who considered the architect of Indian Constitution?
B.R.
B.R.
আম্বেদকাৰ।
Ambedkar.
Yes, B.R. Ambedkar. The national anthem Jana Gana Mana was first sung at which session of Indian National Congress?
লাহোৰ
No, it was Calcutta.
1911.
Calcutta session of 1911. Who was the first woman president of Indian National Congress? First woman president of Indian National Congress?
বসন্ত
Yes, Annie Besant. Who was the first Indian woman president of the Indian National Congress?
Sarojini
Naidu.
Naidu.
সৰোজিনী
Yes,
নাইডু।
Sarojini Naidu. The riotary settlement was primarily introduced in
Bengal
Madras
and Bihar.
and Bombay. Madras and Bombay. Who wrote the song Bande Mataram?
Bankim
Chandra
Chandra
বঙ্কিমচন্দ্র
Chatterjee.
চট্টোপাধ্যায়।
Yes.
চট্টোপাধ্যায়।
The Boundary Commission tasked with demarcating the border between India and Pakistan was headed. So, before partition, the demarcating of boundary is done. So, who headed this mission or commission?
রেডক্লিফ
Yes, Cyril Radcliffe. So, he was also an advocate. Cyril Radcliffe headed this. So, it was known as later Radcliffe Line. So, he was not physically present at the places. Rather, he draw this map in his room. The Aligarh movement was started by Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. The Bardoli Satyagrah 1920 was successfully led by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Who coined the term Pakistan? So it is Chaudhry Rahmat Ali in 1937. Chaudhry Rahmat Ali first coined the term Pakistan. The August Declaration of 1917, which promised responsible government to India, was made by August Declaration is Lord Montagu. And the last question from today, the famous at the stake. So at the stroke of midnight hour on August 14-15, 1947, who delivered the famous Thrice with Destiny speech?
নেহেৰু নেহেৰু জৱাহৰলাল নেহেৰু
Yes, correct. At the stroke of midnight. So this is from Indian history, modern Indian history. Important question. So we'll discuss about the medieval period, the medieval Indian history in next class. Try to. So this is all for today.
ছাৰ এই যোনবিলাক PDF দি আছে আপোনালোকে এইখিনিতো অলপ দিয়া হলে ভাল আছিলে মানে এটলিষ্ট চাব পাৰিলোহেঁতেন
তোমালোকৰ কিছুমান মানে ইয়াৰ ওপৰত টেষ্ট হ'ব ন মানে টেষ্ট যেতিয়া টেষ্ট এক্সাম হ'ব তাৰে পিছত তোমালোকক এইটো দিয়া হ'ব তো একেলগে তেতিয়া দিয়া হ'ব টেষ্ট এক্সাম হোৱাৰ পিছত ইয়াৰে জিএছৰ টেষ্ট এক্সাম হ'ব তাৰে পিছত দিয়া হ'ব নিশ্চয় So thank you for today.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Mm-mm.
এইটো অন্তৰ্গত শব্দটোৰ যুক্ত